So I'm Lucas. Man, it's so hard to start my story all the time because it feels like such a weird thing, but I have been lonely for most of my life. And you couldn't tell by looking at me. I spent most of my time in athletics or with friends, family, even here in church, just doing the things I thought I was supposed to. And I never really had that one-on-one relationship with God. I knew of God, but I didn't know Him personally. And, as I progressed through my life, I got into college and I started looking for things to fill me up that were not of Him at all. I was your typical college guy and, searching for maybe even the right things, just in the very wrong places, One day, out of obligation, because I was being ministered to by a Fellowship of Christian Athletes director. He's like, "Hey, why don't you come to this camp? It'll change your life." And I was like, "All right, yeah, man, whatever." It'll be like nothing else. Be like everything else I've ever done. And I got there, and the first night of the camp, I kid you not, there was an altar call, and 200 kids just stepped up front and gave their lives to God. And I remember just getting down on my knee in that moment and just being blown away. And from that moment on, it really just, it was like a light had been turned on, or like I'd been starving my whole life and was finally being fed, that Jesus was just pouring into me and the people around me. And I cannot tell you what it was like to have that experience and just have that love just blossom in me, So if there's anything I want from people to understand about my testimony, is just that God walks with you, and God is always there. Even when you're running from Him or walking away, He's always right next to you. And all you have to do is just turn back and just invite Him in, because that's just who God is, and that's just what God does.